Disclaimer: it was a fanfiction story created by me. Please don't take it seriously. There is no match in this story and real life. Unknown friend, I love you, the queen of my heart. Will you marry me? When I don't know why, but my words stuck in my throat. I could hold back my tears any longer, so I hugged him tightly and cried out, I hate you. Why didn't you say this earlier? You know how much I prayed for you to be my Jeon. I am really sorry. Whiny as Jeon, I want to be Mrs. Jeon. Will hugging. He became happy after hearing this and said, Jeon, when I know everything about you, but you don't know about me, so you need to know who I am and everything about me. When I don't care if you are a gentleman or a I just want to be with you until my last breath. Jeon, I love you. When I love you too. Hyung, if you two are done, can we go inside and sit? Both together. Yes. Hyung. So when my name is Namjoon, Kim Namjoon. You can call me Hyung like Jeon does. When? Okay Hyung, but what about you? She asked Jeon. Jeon, what? When? Don't you think your name is a bit too short? Hyung. So how about JJK? When? What? No way, that bald old man's name. Never. Hyung. What? Moji, bald old man. Oh, Jungkook, bald old man. Jeon, Mochi, you better shut up or else. When? Who is this cute boy? Jeon, not an important person. Mochi, yeah, Jungkook, I will you bald old man. Namjoon, both of you shut up. When will you both learn? And when? Do you know JJK? When? Yes, I heard about him on the news, but I have never seen that old man. Mochi, lashing out loud again. You are great. No one had the courage to call him old man, but you. You are incredible. By the way, my name is Park Jimin. You can call me handsome if you want. Jeon, you? She is my wife. Jimin, correction, soon to be wife. Jeon, before I could say anything, Wan said, Wan, what about little brother? Jeon, hearing her, I controlled myself from blushing. Jimin, are you blind? In what angle do I look like your little brother? Why, no. I don't mean that. I am saying you are cute and smaller than me, so obviously you are younger than me. That's why I am calling you little brother. Jian, this time not only I, but Hyung also laughed out loud. Mochi. Jimmy, what nonsense. What a piece she is. Where did you find her from? If she finds out about Hyung, she will give him a completely different name. Just then, Namjoon said. Namjoon, don't even think about it. As soon as he said this, Jimin started saying, Jimin, you know Wine? Hyung is a master at breaking everything. Wine, what do you mean? Jimin, then I explained Hyung's specialty of breaking everything around him. Hearing this, she went silent and started thinking. Jian, what are you thinking, baby? When I am thinking about what I should call him, Hyung Broker or Broker Hyung. Jimin, hearing this, Jungkook and I started laughing like mad. We couldn't control ourselves. Hyung's face showed. Do I look like one of them? Look. Namjoon, can I tell you something, Ryan? After a long time, we have genuinely smiled from the heart. Thank you so much for that. I know you are confused about what's happening and why. Don't worry, I will clear your confusion. Your Jeon isn't an ordinary person. He is the mafia king JJK. Jimin, upon hearing this, Ryan started laughing out loudly. Why are you laughing? Ryan, Hyung, you are good at making jokes. Namjoon, I am telling the truth. When, if you don't believe me, ask your Jeon. When hearing Hyung's words, I started feeling a bit anxious. Then I looked at Jeon. Seeing me like this, Jeon came and sat next to me, looked into my eyes and said, Jeon, when Hyung is telling the truth, I am the mafia king JJK, your bald old man. When hearing this, I started feeling dizzy with fear. I might faint, whined to her inner self. Now I understand. He brought me here under the pretense of meeting his family so he could kill without anyone knowing. Unknowingly, I have said so much about Mafia King. He will definitely take revenge. Where did you go? Why aren't you saying anything now? Calling him handsome. Look where you have landed me. Her inner self. Don't put the blame on me. Who kept imagining things by looking at him? Who took him into your house in the middle of the night? Whined to her inner self. Save me, or he will kill me and dub me in some alley. Her inner self. No way, don't say that. I don't want to die such a terrible death in the prime of my life. Jeon, are you done talking to your inner self? So what did your inner self say? When I quickly grabbed both of his hands and said, Please don't do anything to me. Whatever I said unknowingly. Jeon, don't worry, my love. You are my life. How could I do anything to you? When are you telling the truth? Jeon, 100%. When can I ask you something? Jeon, you don't need permission to ask me anything. Just be yourself and do whatever you want. I have no problem with that. When hearing this, I hugged him. I love you. Jeon, love you too, baby. Now ask what you want to know. Why did you become a mafia? How did it happen? Hearing my words, Jeon's eyes filled with tears. Then Hyung said, Namjoon, I will tell you. Then Hyung started saying, Namjoon, this story dates back to when Jungkook was 14 years old. The three of us have known each other since childhood. My father and Jungkook's father were very close friends, and Jimin and Jungkook were childhood friends. Jungkook and Jimin have always been like younger brothers to me. There was another person who was their friend and also like a younger brother to me. His name was Alan, and he was Jungkook's neighbor. One day when the three of them were playing outside in the garden and I was with them, Jungkook and Alan's father were sitting together and chatting. Suddenly a car came and some men came out from the car. They started to forcefully take Alan's father away. Saying this, Alan quickly ran to his father and Jungkook's father also tried to stop them. Before we could reach them, another man got out of the car, approached them, and his father and Jungkook's father right in front of our eyes. When Jungkook and Alan's mothers heard the and came outside, they were all by the men. We were terrified before they could see us. I quickly hid with Jungkook and Jimin. We came out after a long time when the men had left. By then it was all over. It took us a lot of effort to handling Jungkook. In one moment he lost. From that moment on, he sure to take. When Jungkook turned 20, he got involved in because we found out that Alan's father's business partner had orchestrated everything to take over the entire business. The people who came to were mafia's men. Jungkook got into this work to avenge them. We achieved our revenge, but we didn't leave this work because we continue this work to ensure that people are punished. When after hearing all of this, I felt really bad for Jungkook. He has endured so much. I went up to him, hugged him tightly and said, I am proud of you, my love. No matter what happens, I will always stand by you at every turn. Jeon, thank you, Wayne, for coming into my life. After that, Jimin showed Wayne a room for her to stay in and suggested she rest for a while before heading back downstairs. After that, he came downstairs and worked in the office room. Jungkook, Jimin and Namjoon began talking. Jeon, Hyung, I found this letter in Wan's kitchen. He handed the letter to Namjoon. Namjoon, taking the letter, I began to read it. In the letter, do you think I am not so fast, JK? Not so fast. I want to die without taking my revenge on you. Just like you took everything from me, my family, my happiness. You too. Your family, your happiness, your love, Wine. I know everything. You have fallen in love with that girl, Wine, haven't you? What a surprise. The heartless mafia king has fallen in love. Don't worry, I am coming soon to take your love away from you. Jimin, what nonsense. How did he find out about where Jungkook is? Namjoon, don't forget who he is and what he is capable of. If he wanted, he could Jungkook because Jungkook was alone at Wan's house for so many days without our mains around, but he stayed quiet all this time, waiting for the right moment. And as soon as Jungkook found Wan, he got his chance. He wants to want Jungkook the same way he was wanted. Most important person in his life, and that's why he wants to take Wan away from Jungkook. Jeon, I will never let that happen. Wan is not just my love, she is my soul, and no one can take her away from me. Namjoon, we are always with you, Jungkook. Jimin, and together we will protect Wan. Namjoon, for now call Lucas. We need him right now. Jeon, okay, Hyung. Jimin, after this, Jungkook stepped aside and made a phone call. Who's Lucas and why do we need him? Namjoon, when you went to Italy, we had to go to France for some important work. Where all of this started, that's where we met Lucas. He is also a mafia, quite powerful too, and he knows everything. Jeon, Hyung, Lucas is on his way. Namjoon, Jungkook, until all of this is resolved, don't let Wine leave the mansion. Jeon, yes, Hyung. Namjoon, we have to protect Wine at any cost. Suddenly a voice came from near the door. We looked towards it and saw Wine sitting there. Her eyes were filled with tears. She walked straight up to us and started asking, Wine, why do I need protection? Who is trying to kill me? Why do they want me? And who put that letter in my kitchen?